Hi, I'm Malcolm.
And I'm Rachel. We're two Canadians living on our 39-foot mainship trawler, living an adventure of a lifetime. We invite you to follow along as we travel 6,000 miles through Canadian and U.S. waterways around America's Great Loop. We are at the Black Rapids Lock, which is still in Ottawa, and we're preparing to leave shortly to head over just one lock to the Long Island Lock, which is in an area of Ottawa, a suburb called Manotick. And we're going to walk into town and have a look there. Shouldn't take us long today. It's a very short trip, about a half an hour to the next lock, and there are 3 chambers to go through. We're going to stay at the top of the lock, so it may take us an hour and a half or so total to get through the locks and travel there. Hope you're having a great day. we've arrived at our destination today, which is just the next lock, Long Island Lock in the sort of southern part of Ottawa, and the residential neighborhood is called Manotick, and it's a little gray and overcast right now. It rained all night, so things are sort of slowly drying up, so we may wait till it warms up just a wee bit, get the dinghy out, and go into town and have a look at the village of Manotick. Anyway, we're here. I think we went 4.8 nautical miles in about an hour and 25 minutes, and it was a nice easy ride today. The lock people at the Long Island Lock were really working really well as a team. They were two on each side, and when they had to open the doors, they were going really fast. We almost thought they were having a little competition with each other. They were so efficient. Didn't take long at all to get up the lock. Manotick is a community on the outskirts of Ottawa centered around Long Island on the Rideau Canal. The name Manotick is a native term meaning island in the river. The name was given by its founder, Moss Dickinson, in 1857, who partnered with Joseph Currier to obtain the water rights at the dam. The partners built the mill and complex, purchased much of the adjoining land, and established the village of Manotick. The mill itself remains open to the public as a Heritage House museum. This community celebrates its heritage every year in early June with a weekend festival aptly named Dickinson Days. Over the years, Manotick has grown, but still has a small village feel with a population of just over 5,800. Good morning. We're at the Long Island Lock. It's fairly early in the morning. The sun is up though, and we're going to go out for a little walk. And we're expecting some rain today, so we're going to be locking through, probably through the top of Merrickville Lock, depending on if there's thunderstorms or not. But I think it's going to start pretty much as we leave. So it'll be a wet day, and you'll see me with my raincoat on. But hopefully it'll be a good day otherwise. Hope you're having a great day. Good morning.
Good morning.
We are going along the Rideau Canal, heading south, and we left the Long Island lock and just stopped at Hearst Marina to get a little bit of diesel and some water and a pump out. So we're all set to go for the rest of our journey down the Rideau Canal. And it just started raining.
Yeah, it's forecast. It's
Yeah.
it's probably really well needed, so can't complain too much. We're nice and dry in here. I don't think it's going to be a big downpour. It's just going to be steady rain all day.
Yeah.
And with these canals, it's easy to just sit back, watch your charts, and then I think it'll be done by tomorrow, and then we'll have a nice sunny day tomorrow. So we're going to have a leisurely cruise today. Nothing too strenuous.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of locks to go through, so we'll probably get a little bit wet.
I think 4 locks.
Yeah.
I will get wet.
You'll get wet.
You probably won't get wet.
No. And then we'll have a nice night in Merrickville. So we'll
Maybe 2 nights, possibly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe 2. So it's been really good slowing down here. Little short hops instead of 8-hour marathons
Or even longer sometimes.
or longer. So it's been really good, and there is something to be said for having familiar waters.
Well, and we decided on purpose to really slow down here because this is probably one of, or maybe the favorite waterway for us.
Yeah.
And so this is a really nice way for us to finish our loop.
It is, and I guess that one additional thing I'd like to add is just a big thank you to all those people that have reached out, either through comments
Yep.
or directly. I mean, we've had some really interesting conversations in the middle of a Gulf Stream. Someone reaches out and says they're a viewer on the radio.
People being very nice.
And people
Yeah.
just approaching us on the dock or when we're walking around. So it's been a really pleasurable experience meeting all of you, whether it be through the comments or in person or over radio. So it's something perhaps we didn't expect we were going to enjoy as much as we do. So thank you for all of that.
Yeah, it's been really fun to connect with people who are of similar minds.
That's right.
That like boating or just like being outside. So it's kind of fun for us to hear from you and also to slow down in this part here and just really enjoy the Rideau Canal. up to the Burris Rapids lock, and I've got my raincoat on, ready to lock through, and the rain just picked up a little bit. It's not really heavy, but it's enough that I'm going to get pretty wet at the front, so I'll put my baseball hat on and the hood on, and my headset, of course, and we'll lock through. There's just a single lock there, so it won't take too long. And then after that, we have, I think it's Lower Nicholson, Upper Nicholson, and Close, and then Merrickville. So the few locks. And the longest stretch we just had, it was about, I don't know, 25 kilometers or something like that. And then all the locks are fairly close together after this. So it shouldn't be too long before we get to Merrickville. It just depends on where we are in the process of locking and how many other boats are there. It is a weekday, and it's not the height of the season yet. So I imagine it won't be a long process, but we're all ready to go.
After traveling 28.3 nautical miles in 7 hours through 7 locks, we arrived in Merrickville. Just a short distance south of Ottawa, the quaint and historic town of Merrickville is one of many favored small towns to visit. Visitors are drawn to the heritage buildings, antique shops, and stores featuring local artists and craftspeople. There are also several restaurants and tasty eats, as well as beautiful hikes nearby and a park-like setting by the canal. William Merrick founded the village of Merrickville in 1794. He constructed a dam across the river and then built grist, saw, and carding mills. It was not long before a community grew, and in 1821, Merrick built a stone house overlooking his mills. When the construction crews arrived in 1827 to build the Rideau Canal, the village of Merrick's Mills, as it was then known, was a thriving community of about 300. A post office was opened in 1829 named Merrickville. By 1850, the community contained about 700 people, 2 flour mills, a cloth factory, and other industries, and was incorporated as a village in 1860. The rise of the nearby town of Smith Falls as a major railway hub displaced Merrick's Mills as an industrial leader in the region. In 1915, a power company was formed at Merrickville to provide electricity for the mills and a foundry. Not far from the lock station, you will find a small historic site. The original building was constructed in 1844 and operated as a woolen mill. The building was destroyed by a fire, and now you can walk and admire the stone ruins.